Before we get into this video today, this video is sponsored by Skillshare. You may be asking yourself, what is Skillshare? Skillshare is an online learning community where millions of people come together to learn and create. Skillshare offers lots of different kinds of classes, from music and photography to fine art, business, marketing, lifestyle, productivity, graphic design, illustration, lots and lots of classes. One class that I would recommend is maybe one of their marketing classes. For anyone who does YouTube like we do, or anyone else who has their own business, it's always good to brush up your skills on marketing. Another class that I'm really looking forward to taking is called Modern Crochet for Beginners. I think that would be a great one, a really fun one to take. I mentioned that Skillshare has lifestyle and productivity classes a minute ago, and that's probably one of my favorite things about Skillshare is just the variety of classes. It's not just creative classes, it's things that can help you with your business or with marketing, more lifestyle type classes, and I think that's really neat because usually with a platform like this, you don't get the creative classes mixed in with some of the more lifestyle classes. And Skillshare is for anyone with any level. Whether you're a master at what you're doing or you're a beginner, there's something on Skillshare for everyone. And as I mentioned, it really is a community style site. So there's a discussion little tab on every class to where you can talk not only with the teacher, but with the other students to kind of see what they're making and what they're learning. The first 1,000 people to click the link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium. Skillshare has no ads, and they even have live classes where you can interact with people in real time. So do yourself a favor and click that Skillshare link in the description below.
Welcome back to the channel. We are going to talk about what we did for Halloween when we were kids. What we did, what we didn't do. We're going to take a blast from the past, trip down memory lane, and show you some pictures of some past Halloween costumes. It's fitting because it's almost Halloween. So we thought this would be a fun time to do this video and kind of recap on the good years when Halloween was a thing that we did and we weren't old and tired and not doing Halloween.
I'm not old. I'm only 25. You have to speak for yourself.
One thing that we did as kids is we trick-or-treated at people's houses that we knew. Community members, people from the church. There was a place in town, just one of the residential streets in town called Duke Street, where people would go. You could take your kids and they would trick-or-treat there, and it was kind of like understood if you lived in that neighborhood, then you would be partaking in the trick-or-treating festivities. So you would have candy at your house ready because there would be like 300 kids there a night. That night, you know, going on through there.
I used to work with someone who lived on that street, and I remember her saying like she needed like 3,000 pieces of candy.
Mm-hmm. Right, like, right. So we never did that. We just went to people's houses that we knew, and it was, of course, it's a Halloween night, so it was always dark. And it depends on the year. So like this October that we've had has been kind of mild. It hasn't frosted yet, which
is cold now.
It's cooler now, right? But I remember some Halloweens where it was like freezing and there was snow on the ground. Some Halloweens where it wasn't as cold.
Like Katie said, we just went to people's houses that we knew, and I remember that. And one thing that I remember in particular that's funny looking back at now was we would go to this certain family's house, and they would give you like Cokes and food. I mean, it wasn't just candy. It'd be like, here's just some Coke. You want a banana? Do you want some food? You want some popcorn?
Yeah, that was trick-or-treating in the South. It wasn't just like, here's this candy. They'd be like, oh, honey, I found this old CD. I found this Coke. Here's a bag of chips. Want a hot dog? I mean, it was like they were practically inviting you in for supper. I remember a lot of that. That was so funny.
Yeah, and that was a big deal. And we also would go to little Brasstown church. They had like a little thing for Halloween.
They would do trunk or treat, where you could do like a cute little trick or treat thing. People would bring their car and like sometimes decorate their car, like the trunk, to be all Halloween, and you could reach in there and get a piece of candy, and it was just really something fun for the kids.
I loved going to little Brasstown church, and that was before they had that was like in the old fellowship hall. I don't know if you remember that. But I like vividly remember that.
No, I know we went, but I have no memory whatsoever about what the place was like.
I'm trying to think of other past Halloween memories. We were never really big, though, on celebrating Halloween. I mean, when we were kids, it was just we went trick-or-treating and got some candy. And I'll be honest, the candy, I mean, it was fun, but like a day or so after, I was like, yeah, this is not fun anymore. Yeah, I didn't really...
My belly hurts.
Yeah. And we would also watch, like, Halloween movies, but like Disney movies, not super scary, like... we didn't want to watch super scary stuff, but it's a good thing Mom and Dad didn't let us, because
We'd have pestered them to death. We'd have been terrified.
yeah, that wouldn't have been good. So, favorite Halloween movies growing up was Halloween Town. Anything Halloween Town. They made a couple of those. Of course, Hocus Pocus.
I liked Hocus Pocus.
I'm trying to think of what else. I know there was lots of like other shows we watched that had Halloween episodes, but
Yeah.
I said that funny. Episode is what I meant.
Yeah.
Episodes.
Halloween episodes. Okay, yes, I'd have to say I liked Hocus Pocus. So, the first picture that we have here is of us. Is that at Nana's house? Maybe that's at one of our elderly community members' houses.
Does it say on the back? It says Katie herself, Corey, dance girl.
And that was in 2000. That was the year I just refused to dress up. I just didn't want to, and so I went as myself. So I just have this cute little like 90s jacket on and the pants.
I sure looked cute as a dance girl, though.
Yeah, you looked cute as a dance girl. So in the next picture here, it looks like Corey is a butterfly and I am an Indian, which with some like super sick slider shoes on. Corey has them too.
That's funny, because I almost thought that I was the Indian. I had to look twice. I was the angel.
Nope. Or you're an angel. I said you were a butterfly. You're right. You're not a butterfly.
Well, no.
You're an angel
No, that
butterfly.
kind of looks like a butterfly. I don't know.
You could be
Either
either one. One thing that we always did is we pretty much never bought costumes. We
Not
only
usually.
made them out of what we had. We never like went out to the store and we're like, we're gonna buy this Ninja Turtle costume. We always made them based off of what
And
we
if
had.
we ever did buy them, which there's some pictures later, Mom always got them off of eBay.
Yeah, that's true. And in the Indian picture here, I'm actually, that dress that I have on is actually one of Mom's skirts with a bandana tied around my arm and a bandana tied around the top. So that's pretty goofy. That's really cute. Here's a better look at Corey being a angel / butterfly.
Yeah, we're not really sure.
That's back when the kitchen was red.
Had wallpaper too. Wow.
And it had that linoleum floor that kills me. What year is that? That's got to be...
That was well, no, the first one said 2000, so I don't know.
Probably like
03,
02 or 03, something like that. Okay, this next one, I don't know what I am.
I think it says on the back.
I think I'm trying to be an Indian. I think I'm being an Indian. This says on the back, I'm trying to decide, 01. Yeah, so this is 01. And I got my face paint. We've got that sick double oven back there. We had that for years until I was cooking cheese toast in it one time and it died. I killed it.
We did have it for a long time. You're really cute, though.
Yeah, I've kind of got a funny little... Oh, look at my smile. That one's really cute, me smiling. That was like the only cute picture I ever took. The rest of them are demon.
Oh,
no. Okay, Corey, look. This is next one. This one, Corey is a pilgrim. Look how cute she is.
We had that little apron. I remember that apron. We had that for ages. You know, it's probably packed away somewhere. But that's just a little apron tied over a dress. And look at my little hair. You know, Mom really did dress us pretty cute.
Yeah, you do look. You're cute. The little pilgrim. And then the cat, the little fake like doorstop cat thing, we were obsessed with.
Yeah, we loved that.
We did like that. You look very cute as a pilgrim. So this is kind of like our Halloween stuff was always, instead of like being, it was never about monsters or anything scary for us. It was always just be something that isn't you. So like a pilgrim or an Indian or a cat or you know, something, or like a cashier at Walmart. It was never...
Mom never wanted us to be anything that was like really scary.
This next one, I don't know if I'm supposed to be like Annie or like a pilgrim or something, but that's definitely a store-bought costume.
Probably eBay, though.
Probably eBay, and I have the wig, and then I put the little freckles on. That, I don't know, that's 05. That says 2005, so long time. Girl, I'm getting old. So that's really cute. I was kind of chubby. Oh, look at my chubby cheeks.
Looks like I was a hula girl that year. I remember that grass skirt. It was very uncomfortable, but not any more uncomfortable than the wig. That was really uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I'll say something that's worth noting. It must have been cold because you've got a long sleeve shirt under that tank top.
That's true, yeah. I didn't notice that, really.
As for your shoes, it looks like you might be wearing camouflage, like slide-on shoes.
Wow. That's cute, though.
It is cute. I like the wigs. That's too much fun.
Now, this picture is taken at Little Brasstown Church, and I so remember that year. I remember that head scarf thing I had. I thought, man, I have looked so cool. And I don't know how they did the earrings like that, because I did not have my ears pierced until I was 18. So
I just have absolutely no memory of that. I look like
that was my favorite place to go. They had all these games, and it was just so fun. I loved it. Do you get a flashback?
You said games.
Does it say what year? No.
You said games, and I had a real, like, just for a minute, I might have got a vague memory.
No, and the next one, it looks like we recycled a costume, and I was the Indian. And it's funny, because in this picture, I look like I'm about to cry.
Dude.
I look really scared. That's at our grandma's house.
You can see one of Pap's snuff jars.
Yeah.
There.
And I think those are those trick-or-treating bags that she made us. Me and Mom were talking about that the other day, and I was trying to remember it, and I couldn't. Those are, I'm sure, packed away somewhere.
Yeah, I look like a gypsy, and for a long time, that little, like, fishnet thing I had tied on my head, I had that for a long time.
I actually remember wearing that at the time. Like, that was popular to wear. It, like, tied on your side, you know, and hung down. It tied on one side, and then it wasn't on that side. It hung down on the other side, and people would wear it over jeans. And I remember wearing that, which was totally uncomfortable to sit in. You were sitting on all those beads, but I was wearing that.
That was the early 2000s.
It was.
Yeah.
I was wearing that in like the 7th grade, and I kept playing with it. And then all the other kids wanted to play with it. And I remember the teacher we had at the time took it from me and put it way up on top of a bookshelf, like that tall. So I'd stop messing with it. There's a picture of both of us being little angels, and I don't remember if the first picture we said where Katie is dressed up and I'm not, if that was the first one or if this was the first one.
Like the first ever Halloween that we did.
Yeah, like the first ever Halloween that we did. But either way, the angel costumes are really cute, and I remember they took us around, and Mom said that all night Katie kind of complained and was just kind of whiny and really wanted to go home, and she just kind of told Katie, come on now, you know, I guess probably don't ruin this for Corey, we're just having fun. And then got home and realized Katie was sick.
103 fever.
Yeah.
No wonder I was complaining.
Yeah, no wonder poor Katie didn't
I must have been
great.
cold. I must have not felt good. I think I can remember that year, because I just remember being like, I really want to have fun. There's so much candy, and this is a lot of fun, but dang, I feel bad.
So this next picture, this is when we were a lot older, and this was like maybe in the 8th grade. And we were I was a bumblebee, and Katie was...
I was a sailor.
Katie was a sailor, and that's like a legit sailor costume. Both of those come from eBay, I remember.
Well, yeah, so sailor meaning I was like a Navy man, and that was somebody's real Navy uniform. It had the 13 button hole, like 13 buttons in the front. What do they call that?
Well, Union suit's probably what it's called.
Yeah, it was wool. It was all wool. It was actually very itchy, and it fit me good. And I think the sailor or whoever who wore it must have been a small man, because it fit me pretty well.
And we had braces. Oh my gosh, look at the braces. Oh, I hated braces.
Yeah, I had to wear mine extra long because I didn't do what I was supposed to.
And we also have the picture of me and our dog. She was so fat.
She was morbidly obese.
We had her for 14 years. She was the best little dog.
Oh, that's such a cute picture.
That was one of my, I think, all-time favorite Halloween outfits that I had.
The bee was darling, yeah.
What was one of your favorite outfits that you had?
Probably the sailor. I really liked the sailor's outfit.
That's another thing, though, that I think is fun about Halloween is you can spend all this time thinking about your costume, either if you're going to make it or buy it somewhere. You just get to kind of look forward to it, and I think we always did that. Now, this picture, guys, might shock you just a little bit. I'm the one who looks very unhappy in this picture. This is when we were in the 8th grade, and that was close to, if not the year that the
new version of Alice in Wonderland come out. Which, by the way, I couldn't stand that movie when I was a kid. It creeped me out.
No. And that was the other thing. That
still creeps me out.
Yeah, I didn't, that was just creepy. I did not, the Cheshire Cat, no way. I didn't like any of that. And that's another reason why we really couldn't watch scary movies. Like The Wizard of Oz terrified us. When the flying monkeys come out,
I cried. I was horrified.
We did not even like that. But I remember like getting these costumes, and I did not want to do this. But it was for the school. We were in the 8th grade, and the school put on, I think it was called Monster Mash. And they did that
every year.
And it was really a cool thing. I mean, it was for the kids and the parents, and you know, some
they would make like a little maze, like a little haunted house that you had to go through. And the theme that year was Alice in Wonderland. So what we ended up doing is there was kind of like they probably just made it with trash bags, but there was kind of like a long little tunnel, and we would be at the top of the tunnel hiding behind probably another just big trash bag or like a a sheet or a curtain, and when people would come down that way, that was how they entered into the monster mash. We would appear from one of us. We did it because there was two of us, because we were twins. One of us would appear and say like, "Hurry!" That was like when Alice was falling down that hole into Wonderland. Was the hallway there, the little thing that we were going through, and we would say, "Hurry! We have to get to Wonderland." And so we would run them. These people, we would kind of run them all the way down to the bottom where there was another sheet, and then disappear behind that sheet. And when they turned the corner, the other one of us would run back up, and we would switch places. So all night we were kind of like tag teaming, tricking people, because it would have taken two of us to do that job, so that nobody could see.
Right, and that's why they wanted us to do it, and to have whoever's idea that was a good idea, but for some reason I was not feeling that. Looking back, I should have really had fun.
I ate it up. I was like scaring the kids. That was the only thing. We never did haunted mazes or like haunted hay rides or any kind of stuff like that. The only thing I ever remember going through was I went through it one time. It wasn't that year. It was another year. We went through the Monster Mash, and it was really cute. They just kind of had it kind of through there, and I remember we come around the corner, and a lot of this you can literally do with just hanging sheets to kind of direct people. So this wasn't like a literal like big house or anything that they built. And we come up around a corner, and there was kind of just like a little, what looked like a frame for a picture, that a picture would be hanging in, but it was hollow, a little hollowed out frame, and there was a girl that was posed in it, and she was standing like kind of like this, real still, like she would be a picture, but she was not a picture. She was alive, and she was all painted up. And I walked by her, and she grabbed me, and I turned around, and I don't know what I said. I think I turned around and I said, "Mitts off, lady." I don't think so. Don't judge me. I ain't in here because I want to be in here. I'm in here because somebody made me. So don't.
Me and Austin.
Sorry, this is a haunted house. This is for you. I know, but don't.
Austin and I went to a thing like that not that long ago. I think there's a picture of us just together outside of it. If I find that, I'll drop it in here.
When was this? Where was I?
It was in Buford. I guess it was probably 2019, and it was his co-workers. He worked at Enterprise at the time. And they went, and it was like a haunted thing, and I was real freaked out at going, this was only a couple years ago. I was like, now, I'm not going in this thing if it's terrifying. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to. But then there was like little bitty kids, so I'm like, okay, if the kids can go through it, I can. But they had it all set up, and it was nice.
It is a lot of fun. One more memory, I think I'll wrap up here with one memory that I do have. A house down the road here, less than a mile down the road. It's still on the state road that we live in. I guess I should say. Long time ago, the man who lived there was alive, and his name was Pickle. His name was Keith, but everybody called him Pickle. I don't know why, but I just knew him as Pickle. And he was a very nice man. But he was just the most polite, yes ma'am, no ma'am, calm, quiet, gentle person I ever met. But he kept dogs. He kept these two bulldogs who loved him.
They were pit bulls.
They were pit bulls, yeah. Well, they loved him. They adored him. So every Christmas. No, this isn't Christmas.
But we will do a video like this about Christmas.
Every Halloween, we would go to his house, but we would have to stay in the car because of those dogs. So he would come to the car, walk to the car, and give us 2 little trick-or-treat bags that he had made just for us, and we would look at the dogs out the window while they viciously and ferociously barked.
Those are good memories. It's fun to think back about this. Before we end, we got to talk about favorite Halloween candy. What was like the favorite thing that you always got in your bag?
Nerds, because I love nerds.
I could eat them, I guess, but I never really liked that. I liked taffy, like anything that was chewy. Taffy. Yeah. What are the little things? Lord, I'm losing it. The ones that are like this big, they're individually wrapped.
Some Starburst?
No,
I liked those.
The packaging is striped, like black and just the clear part of the packaging. It's peanut butter, and they're like squares, and they're like that. I liked those. I liked the Milk Duds. Oh, I loved the Milk Duds.
Oh, what about them like little, almost like Mike and Ike's? Those were good.
Yeah, anything chewy I loved.
I loved Kit Kats because I have a horrible, horrible sweet tooth for chocolate. If I'm going to have something sweet, I assume it'd be chocolate.
Candy bars, yeah.
And the bananas and the Cokes and the CDs and the random stuff that my mom and papa all give us. So
yeah. We hope that you will drop us a comment and let us know what your favorite memory is and what your traditions are and what kind of candy you like.
Yeah, and what you think about our Halloween costumes.
Time though.
Alright, say goodbye to baby Katie and Corey. Memory 1, memory 2, memory.
Now don't get them out of order. You already got them out of order.
Oh. And show you guys that. No.
Okay.
Hold on, I probably remember. I have a photographic memory.
So do I.
Your photographic memory ain't as good as mine.
Yeah, right.
Just hold them like you're looking at them. Yeah, but not that way, dummy. This way.
What the heck? I don't like any of that. Let me try one more time.
That'll be a funny blooper.
No.
Hey, my name's Corey and I'm a robot and I'm having a malfunction.
I'm sweating.
Bless you.
It's my turn. Welcome to the channel. That's not good either. Hold on. Welcome back.
Me more.
No,